Hi, everybody. This is Sydney Millage, author of Sanctuary Hope and Help for Victims of Domestic Abuse. I want to share a very simple illustration with you. Uh, I learned originally from my friend, Pastor Joe Brinkman, and then I've kind of built onto it or added to it a little bit. So, the way it starts is that you and I are individuals and we have the same essence, the same benefits. Um, we are people of equal worth and value. So, in a marriage relationship that is mutual, you have two individuals who live alongside each other, and they may sin against each other, they make decisions together, they live life together, but they always live it as two equal individuals. In an oppressive relationship, it looks like this. So you have one individual who has very little freedom of choice, freedom of expression, freedom to worship, freedom of conscience, because the other person is always controlling it. And there's nowhere for them to go. They can't get out, they can't be free, they can't make decisions or do life the way they want it to because everything comes under the standard of this individual. And if it's not approved by this individual, it doesn't happen. So they are isolated and they are oppressed and they're kept in this circle. The fact is, none of the rest of us see it. So whether you're in that individual's presence or out of their presence, they're always subject to this individual and his wants or his desires or his preferences. So it's very, very difficult then for this person to be like this because they keep getting pushed down. And this happens with punishment. So it might be being berated, it might be withholding finances, it might be punishing kids. Whatever it is, when she starts to push back, he punishes her and he keeps her in her place. And he knows her and he knows what works and he knows what doesn't work. So the best solution, unfortunately, but really truly, is to remove her, give her an opportunity to become this person, which is going to take time. This individual needs to humble himself, 1 Peter 3, and then as after he humbles himself, he can grow and become his own individual. That's Joe's example. Parts of that are Joe's example. But then here's the lovely piece. I have this. It's part of the Rocky Mountains. My dad gave it to me. He and I go fly fishing together. And the last time I was home, he said, Sydney, here's your piece of the Rocky Mountains to take with you. So I have this. This is going to represent Jesus. So when this woman leaves this oppressive relationship, she has Jesus and she becomes dependent on him. It does not matter what he does or how this works. She's going to be strong enough to withstand this. That doesn't mean you throw her back in there. You don't throw her back in the lion's den. But the fact is that with Christ, she's a new person. She has strength. She has dignity. She has the knowledge that she belongs to him and the identity. And so she's not going to respond the same way she did before. Really simple example. So you have mutual, and again, you will find that with a man too, an oppressor. If he humbles himself and his identity is in Christ, he's not going to be able to oppress people, or it will be a lot more difficult. It just doesn't work the same, right? So you can have two individuals living in a mutual relationship, which is the way God intended the church and the way God intended marriage, because we're all people. Or you have women who are living in oppressive relationships and they're really not free the way you and I make the assumption that they're free. That's it. Check out sydneymillage.com. Thanks for stopping by. And if you don't have a book of Sanctuary, oh, I have one right here. I'll show you. Sanctuary hope and help for victims of domestic abuse. Because I can't heal you, only Jesus can heal you. Thanks. See you later.